So let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have learned about how we can create our Azure account and how we can create our Linux virtual machine by using SSH key. In today's session, we are going to learn about how we can create our Linux machine by using password option. But before starting of this particular topic, any question anyone have? Whatever we have discussed till now, if you have any question, please raise your hand. Look like no one has any questions, so we'll start with our today's topic. But before that, I'm going to share WhatsApp group link in the chat box. If anyone is not there in our Azure Devops batch 212, you can please join the WhatsApp group using the link. I have shared the course content, and even I'm going to share my team contact details also. So first of all, let me log into my Azure account. So I'm able to log into my Azure. So what is the first thing we need to do to create a virtual machine? We have discussed in previous session to create a virtual machine. It is mandatory to have a subscription and resource group. Subscription we already have. Resource group we have deleted after the previous session. After creation of our virtual machine, we have deleted the resource group. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to create a new resource. So I'll give the name as group 212. Region, I'm selecting as central. Click on review plus create. Click on. So we are able to create our resource group in our central India region. Now again, go to the home page, and here I'm able to see the virtual machine. Click on create Azure virtual machine. Subscription system has automatically selected. Resource group we have selected. Now I need to give the name. We have discussed in previous session, virtual machine name can be any name you can give here. It is not mandated to be give a unique name for that. So here I'm giving the name. Region, we have already selected Central India. And then we need an image. Image also system has automatically selected as Ubuntu server 20.0. We have discussed in previous session to create any of the virtual machine. There are 4 things which are mandatory. Even whenever we are purchasing a computer, at that time also those 4 things are mandatory, like RAM, CPU, hard disk, operating system. Operating system we have selected as Ubuntu 20.0. Scroll down. Size. Size we are getting as B1. With that particular size, we are getting 1 CPU and 1 GB of the RAM we are getting. And we have discussed in previous session, B1S is coming under our free team. So if you are going to select any other type, then Azure is going to charge. But yes, for first 30 days, you can select any option because you have a credit of 15,800 rupees, or you can call it 200 US dollar credit. So till that time you have the credit, you can use any of the type. Once that credit get completed, means after 30 days, then it is mandatory to be used 3-tier options. Otherwise, you will get a bill. Scroll. Here we have authentication type. In previous session, we have learned about by using SSH public key. In today's session, we are going to go with the option called password. So I'm going to click on password. So here I need to give the username and password. So let me give the username as Azure user. Same I'm giving the one which we have given previous session. Now we need to give the password. There are some rules we need to follow for the password. Password must follow minimum 3 things from those 4. 1 lowercase, 1 uppercase, 1 number, and 1 special character. Out of those 4, minimum 3 is required. It is mandatory. The value must have 12 and 123 characters long. So let me enter the password. And we have discussed in previous session, to connect any of the Linux machine, it is mandatory to enable a port number called SSH, and SSH port number is 20. Next. So system is by default enable the port number, so we don't need to enable that particular port number. So we have given all the details whichever is required right now in this particular basics information. Then we have a one more tab called disk tab, where system is providing us files. So click on disk. So here I'm getting default size as 30 GB, but maximum size which we are getting it is 64 GB under our free tier. So I just go with the default size, which is 30 GB. Next, click on review plus. Again, validation failed. Let's just validate the details. Again, click on review plus create. Validation. Click on create. This time when I'm going to click on create, we are not getting any pop-up like which we are getting in previous session, because at that time we need to download this key. But right now we are using a password option, so there is no pop-up. Directly system will start creating our virtual machine. Done. So we are able to create our Linux virtual machine by using the password option. Now, any question anyone have? Till now, whatever we have done, please let me know if anyone have any question. No questions? No. Just creating a virtual machine is our work is completed? No. We need to connect to this particular machine also. So to connect to this particular machine, I'm going to copy the public IP of our virtual machine. So if I open this machine, here I'm getting the public. Okay. So we are able to note down our public IP of the machine. And we need to go with this particular command to connect to our machine. So enter our username @public. Now, in previous session, I have told you need to open the Git Bash from the same location where we have stored our PEM file. Like earlier what we have done, right click and open Git Bash here. We need to open the Git Bash from the same location. But whenever we are using password option, we can open Git Bash from any of the location. So just right click, open Git Bash. I'm going to open by from my desktop. Copy that command, paste, type as yes, and now it is asking for password. You can see here, I'm able to connect to our Linux virtual machine by using the password. So this is how we can create our virtual machine and install our virtual machine. Now, any question anyone have regarding this, please tell. Yes, Surendra.
Hi, Ankit. So in this case, we can use putty as well, right?
Yes, you can use putty also here. Even in for PEM file also you can use putty, but for PEM file, you need to convert PEM into PPK first.
Okay.
Like which we are discussing with some of the students. From PEM to PPK, we need to convert, then we can use.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yes. And
Any more?
is there any significance using password or using SSH key? I mean, do we
SSH,
have a
I can
scenario?
say it's more secure
Okay.
rather than password. Like password, what we are doing it like we can give maximum 12, 13, 15 characters of password. But if I open the PEM file, just a minute. See here, this is PEM file.
Hmm.
Now you can think which one is easy to hack.
Hmm. Okay.
So PEM files is not easy to hack, but because we can't download again privately. Only
Hmm.
one time we can download private. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
So PEM files are more secure than password option. Okay, but we have both the option. We can go with password also, or we can go with the SSH key also. Here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anyone have any more questions? Babita, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hi, Babita. Babita, yesterday you have emailed me.
Yes, sir.
Babita, I have noticed it. What you are doing it when you're trying to open Git Bash. You are selecting a folder and then you are going to right click there.
Okay.
So you don't need to select a folder for right click. For right click on your screen wherever empty space is there. Okay, in the empty space, you need to right click and then open the Git Bash.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Mm.
as per your screenshot, you're selecting a folder and then right click. So that's
Yeah.
why might be not able to see Git Bash there. You said that you have already installed it, but it is not showing you.
Yes.
So right click in the empty space. Okay,
Yes.
then run the command which we have discussed in previous session to create your virtual machine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Today that.
try it. If you're still facing any issue, reply to that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone have any more questions? Okay. Now, if you see here in my PPT, I have given some useful link to for you guys. There are some self-learning links I have given it. Let's take example. Right now, your client is using Ubuntu 20.04 and future they want to update to 22.04. So how you can update that particular information I have given it. Right now, this scenario is very less in the market right now, but this is upcoming scenario we have on the market. So clients are going to update their operating system. Those are using Ubuntu 20.04. They want to update to 22.04. Because in Azure recently we got 22 version. But before that, clients are using 2020 version. If they want to update, I have given the details with the help of that you can learn how to update your operating system. And here I've given it, if you want to remove the public IP. Right now, let's take example, I have created a virtual machine. And while creating that particular virtual machine, I got the public IP. But there are some scenarios in real time we have where we want to remove the public IP of our machine. We don't need the public IP. But by mistake, you have gave up it. So we have an option. If I want, I can disassociate the public. Or after creation of the machine, if you want to again link the public IP, we can do that. So how is it possible? That particular information you will get. So these are the few links which I have shared for your self learn. Now we are going to start learning about few of the basic Linux commands. Now, what is Linux? Linux is an open source operating system. Anyone can pick that and can modify as per their own requirement. Anyone give me any of few examples of Linux operating system except Ubuntu, because Ubuntu we have discussed it. Other than Ubuntu, anyone knows any Linux based operating system? You can confirm in the chat box. Please share the names in the chat box. Correct. Amazon Linux we have Red Hat, we have other than Amazon Linux or Red Hat. Okay. Few more answers. Correct. We have CentOS also. Okay. CentOS, Red Hat, Ubuntu, Debian, Sushi. There are a lot of Linux-based operating system we have in the market. Now, 90 to 95% of the Linux commands are same for all Linux-based operating system, but few of the Linux commands are not same. There are some reason behind that. What is that reason? We will discuss that particular reason in our upcoming session when we have going to learn about some of the topic in this basic of the Linux commands. Now, the first thing what I'm going to show you is how to create a file in Linux machine. There are multiple ways with the help of that we can create our Linux files. So the first way which I'm going to show you is cat. Cat space symbol space file. And file name can be any name. I'll give the file name as now. I'll copy this file and I'm going to right click, paste, enter. Done. When I press enter, now it is asking me to type the content in the file. So let's say I just type as welcome to Azure Devops training. Again, press enter. Let's example, I'll give today's date. Again, enter. Okay. So I have given 3 lines here. Welcome to Azure DevOps training, 31st August 2023, and then press on. Now, what I want to do is I want to save this file and exit this particular file. To save and exit this file, I need to press some buttons from my keyboard. I need to press Control D. So I'm going to press Control D. Done. So we are able to create our file. Is there any proof we have that we have created our file here? Yes. I can see that particular file by using ls command. By using ls command, I can see the list of the files whichever I have in this particular location. File or folders, whatever we have, we can see that. Right now, we have created one single file with the name Azure. That particular file we are able to see. So this is how we can create a file. After creation of this file, what I want to do is I want to clear this. Clear means whatever a text is coming, I don't want that particular text. I want to clear my screen. So just type a command clear. System has clear our terminal. Next is I want to read a file. Right now we have learned about how to create a file. Now the file which we have created, I want to read that particular file. How can I read that particular file? Same command I'm going to use cat command. Earlier we have given cat space symbol space file name to create a file. Now I'm giving cat space file. Copy, paste, enter. And you can see here, so here I'm able to read the. So by using cat command, we can create a file also. By using cat command, we can read our file also. Now, any question anyone have? Please go. Yes, Sanjay.
Yeah, hi Ankit.
Hi, Sanjay.
How we can know the extension of that file, Azure file?
Whenever we are creating the file, that a file extension automatically system is showing us, but the file which we have created right now, extension of this file is called as file. So that extensions, Linux commands are not showing. If you are going to create text file, that particular extension with the help of ls command, it is going to show you.
Okay.
I create a file right now. Let me give my name, Ankit dot text. I'm giving it. Okay.
Okay.
I just give welcome. Thank you. I want to save this file. I'm going to press Control. I'll type ls. Are we able to see that particular file extension there?
Yeah.
Yes. But for Azure, we are not able to see because for the file extension of this Azure file is called as file. That extension system is not shown because that's extension only used for the Linux one.
Okay. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Ankit. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes, Yogi, you can unmute. Yes, please let me know. You said you have dropped some message in the chat box. You need some help.
Yes, sir. So I wanted the Linux.
I'm requesting you to please increase your volume.
Yes, sir. It would be.
Yes, Yogi, you can ask your question now.
Actually, I don't have an installed in a GitHub and Git Bash, all those things.
You right now, you don't need to install anything. Right now, you just need to only install Git Bash.
Okay.
The only thing which is required right now for you, whichever is you required, I'm going to inform you in the upcoming session from where you can download those things. Each and everything I'm going to share the details.
Okay, sir.
In previous session, if you might be remember, I have shown you how to download the Git
Yes.
Bash. And I've given you that exe file. If you just double click on that, with the help of that, easily you can install Git Bash.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Can you download or do you want me to show how to install Git Bash also?
Once, can you show me?
Okay. So first of all, I have given that particular website in previous session. This one, git-scm.com. This one website I've given it.
Yeah.
I'm again giving this particular website in the chat box. Okay, please make a note down of that particular website. Or even if you're on Google, just search Git Bash download.
Okay.
That website is coming on the top.
Oh.
So here we have Windows 1. May I know which operating system you are using?
Windows 8th generation.
Wait,
So,
it's Windows you are using. Okay. So click on Windows.
yes.
Okay. Is it 32-bit or 64-bit that you need to check in your system? Okay. As per my system, it is 64-bit. So I'm going to click on that. Save the file wherever you want to save. Done. So we are able to download that particular file. Here I'm getting the particular Git Bash downloaded. Now what you need to do is just double click on that. Are you able to understand, Yogi?
Yes, sir.
So double click on it. Once you double click on it, you just need to click on install. Okay. See here. In my system, it is already there. That's why it is showing us that removing previous Git version. So first system is going to remove the previous version of the Git, and then in my system, it is going to install the new version of it. Is it clear now how to install Git Bash?
Yes, sir.
Okay, like this you can install, and like earlier I have shown you in previous session how you can connect to Linux machine by using SSH. In today's session, I have shown you with password also, you can
Yes.
connect.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Only thing is right now you need to install Git Bash. You don't need to install any other thing. Whatever is required in upcoming session, I will inform. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Yamit.
Ankit, for Mac, it is slightly different. When I click on the download OS for Mac, right, I see a list of options like Homebrew, MacPort, Xcode. So, am I actually looking at the right link?
Yes, we are looking for the same link. You can do one thing, Yamini. Please drop an email. I'll share one video with you where they have given the complete instructions how to install Git in the Mac operating system also. Or you can use your default terminal also, whichever you have for Mac. The
Okay.
default terminal you have, you can use that one also if you want to install Git. But yes, it is mandatory to install Git also, because in our upcoming session, we need to learn about a tool called Git also. For that one, it is required you need to install Git. So please drop me an email. Right now, I don't have that particular link with me. I have that link on my email. So please drop me email. I will share that link on email.
Yeah, sure, Ankit.
Okay, do you have my email ID?
Yes, I do.
Please email me.
Yeah, I'll do that
Okay.
right away. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so I need to again connect to my machine because I have closed the terminal. So right click, Git Bash, paste, enter. Now I need to enter the password. I'm going to clear the screen. ls. Here we are able to see the files which we have created. Now the next thing what I need to do is I need to remove the file. Remove means I'm going to delete that particular file. To remove a file, we have a command called rm. So rm space file. I'm going to remove other file also, rm ankit.txt. So I've deleted both the files. Just now use a command called ls. Are we able to see any file right now? No. We are not able to see any single file here. It means we have deleted that particular file. So we have learned about how to create a file also, how to read a file also, how to remove a file also. Now we are going to learn about how to create a directory. First of all, to learn about how to create a directory, we need to know what is directory. In Windows machine, we call it a folder. What are these? These all are folder in my machine. In Linux machine, we call it a directory. So in Windows, it is called as folder. In Linux, it is called as directory. So what we need to do, we need to create a folder. To create a directory, we need to use a command called mkdir, make directory. Mkdir, I'll give the folder name as copy, right click, type ls here. So here we are able to see the folder which we have created right now by using mkdir. gdir command. We are able to see that particular directory also. Now I need to go with the other command called PWD. What is this PWD command? With the help of PWD command, it is going to show us the current location of my cursor. Wherever my cursor is there, with the help of that, it is going to show us the current location. Where is my cursor right now? Home, Azure. This is my current location. Anyone knows the full form of PWD? Please confirm in the chat box if anyone knows that. Correct. I got the correct answer in the chat box. That's good. Nowadays, guys, we have two full forms of PWD. This is the old full form which I have right now pasted in the notepad, present working directory. As per the latest documentation, this is the new full form, print working directory. But yes, it doesn't mean that old one is incorrect. Both are correct full form, but this is the old full form we have, and this is the new full form. But both are correct full form. Even if someone is asking me what is the full form of PWD, I'm always saying present working directory because that's one I remember it. Because it's actually an old, very old full form we have it. But as per the latest documentation, we are getting as print working directory. But don't worry, if anyone will ask you, you can give any of the answer, both are correct. So present working directory and print working directory is also correct. So with the help of PWD, we are able to check the current location of our cursor. Now, this is my Windows machine. I want to go to this batch 212 folder. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to double click and I'm under that particular folder. Same way, I need to go into this particular folder DevOps, which we have created right now. If I want to go into this particular folder, we have a command called cd. We have a command called cd command. Cd stands for change directory. So cd space directory name. It means now I am under this DevOps folder. The directory which we have created. Right now, my cursor is in the DevOps. You can see. I can check a PWD command again. Home, Azure user, DevOps. Okay. So here we are able to see the home, Azure user, DevOps. Now I am under the DevOps directory. Now under this DevOps directory, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a file. That command is same, the one which we have learned just few minutes before. Okay, I'm going to create again a file with the name Azure under our DevOps. I'll just give us welcome 31st August 2023, and here I'll give us then. Now I want to save this file. To save this file, we have a command called Control D. Sorry, we have a not command. We need to press button Control. We can use ls. We are able to see the file under our DevOps directory. We are able to create a directory. We are able to create a file under our DevOps directory. Now I need to come out from this DevOps directory. And I need to come to my Azure. Whenever we want to come out from the DevOps directory and we want to go back to one of the previous directory, we have a command called cd space dot dot. Only 2 dots. Can I give 1 dot? Can I give 3 dots or 4? No. As per the syntax, we only need to give 2 dots. So cd space dot dot. What will help of cd space dot dot? Our cursor will move from DevOps to Azure. So with the help of cd space dot dot, we can go back to one of the previous location as per PWD. It means we can go back to the one of the previous directory. Earlier, when we have run it, we are getting home Azure user DevOps. But now when I'm typing PWD command, it is showing us home Azure user. Because we are come out from the DevOps directory and we again back to our Azure. So we'll type a command ls. Here we are able to see our DevOps directory. Any question anyone have regarding this, whatever I have to teach you right now? Please let me know anyone have any question. Yes, very good.
Can we create more directory in a directory, right? It's just like
Yes,
a
under a
normal
directory, you
folder.
can create more directories, yes.
Yes, okay.
It's possible. Right now, I have created a file. Under DevOps directory, want to create a directory, you can do that. It's possible.
Okay. Okay.
Anyone have any more questions? Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to delete a directory. So to delete a directory, we have a command called rmdir, remove directory. So I'll give command rmdir, directory name is DevOps. Before that, I'm going to clear the screen and I just type ls command and now I'm going to paste it. And please see my screen carefully here. When I press enter, I'm getting an error message. rmdir failed to remove DevOps directory not. It means to delete a DevOps directory with the help of rmdir, make sure the directory is empty. Otherwise, system will give you the error message. That is why to show you this error message under DevOps directory, I have created a file. So if you are going to use rmdir command, that particular directory needs to be empty. But I want to delete a directory also, and under that particular directory, whatever the files I have, I want to delete those also. But definitely, if I'm going to delete any of the folder in Windows machine also, under that particular folder, whatever the files I have, those are also automatically going to delete. So I need to do the same thing here also. So for this, we have a command called rm-r. rm stands for remove. What is the full form of this R? R stands for recursive. So with the help of rm-r, we can delete our directory. rm-r DevOps. paste ls. Here. So here I'm able to see the directory which we have terminated. Now we are not able to see that. It is showing us as no directory or files we are able to see. Now, any question anyone have? So now we are able to learn about how to create a file, how to delete a file, how to create a directory, and how to delete a directory also. So let's move forward. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a directory D1. Under D1, I'm going to create D2 directory, and under D2, I'm going to create D3 directory. Like just few minutes before, one person has asked that can we create a directory inside a directory? Yes, it was possible. So now I'm going to show you under D1 directory, I'm going to create D2. Under D2, I'm going to create D3. Now we are already aware of that how to create a directory. And how can I go into that particular directory? Also, we have learned it by using cd command. So let me quickly create D1 directory. mkdir D1. Enter. We are able to see the file. Now I need to go into the directory. So cd space D1. We can see PWD also. Now under D1, I want to create D2 directory. So mkdir ls, we are able to see. Now I need to go into the D2 directory, cd D2. We can check PWD also. You can see earlier we are getting home, Azure user D1. Now we are getting home, Azure user D1. Now under D2, I need to create one more directory. cd D3 PWD. Here we are. So under our directories, we can create multiple directories also. Now, just few minutes before, we have learned one command called cd space dot dot. Now, if I'm again going to use a command cd space dot dot, where our cursor will go from D3 directory. Can you please send your answer in the chat box? If I'm going to use command now cd space dot dot, as per the current location, where our cursor will go. We have discussed it few minutes before. If we go with cd space dot dot, it will go to our one of the previous directory. Correct. I got the correct answers. Our cursor will go to D2 directory. See. Because as per this current location, one of the previous directory name is D2. Earlier, we have a DevOps directory. As per that particular location, previous directory name was Azure user. But right now, as per this location, the previous location name is D2. So if I go with command called cd space dot dot, our cursor will go to one of the previous directory called D2. Again, I go to D3 directory. Right now, by using cd command, we have seen it. We can change the directory, which we can go into the directory. we have seen cd space dot dot. We can go back to the one of the previous directive also. This is what we have seen it. We can just only type cd command also. If I just type cd command, what will happen? Wherever your cursor will there, it's in one single directory or it's in 10 directories. Wherever your cursor will there, from that particular location, it will directly come to our user. Wherever your cursor will there in this Linux terminal, it's in one single directory, it's in 10 directories or 100 directories. From that particular location, directly our cursor will come to our user. So right now we are able to see this path. Home, Azure user D1, D2, D3. I'll just type cd. PW. So from that D3 location, directly our cursor is coming to our Azure. So by using cd command directly from any of the location, your terminal in that location, anywhere you have your cursor, directly it will come to your user with the help of cd command. Now, any question anyone have regarding this? Please let me know. No questions? So let's move forward. Move to path. Let's take example. You are aware of that a particular file, whichever you have, it is in this particular path. You know the path. So with the help of cd command, we can go to that specific path also. Now let's say example, I know that in D3 directory, there is a file I have created. Just I'm giving example. I know that there is no file right now. Just think that we have a one file in D3 directory. And I know the path of the D3 directory also. D1, then D2, and then D3. So I can command cd D1 slash D2 slash enter. See here. So with the help of cd command, you can go to that particular path also if you are aware of that particular. If you don't know the path, then you need to follow the same formula which we have used. cd directory name, cd directory name. In that particular case. But if you are aware of that particular path, you know that whatever the file which we have, it is in this specific path. So we can just type cd and mention that particular path, press enter. Directly our cursor will move to that particular location. So this is how we can use our cd command. So there are multiple things we can do by using cd command. We can go into one single directory also. We can go back to previous directory also. We can directly come to our user also. Or if you know the path, with the help of cd command, we can go to that particular path also. But the main purpose of cd command is to change the location of our cursor. Now again, I'm going to my home directory, main directory, Azure user, just type cd. I'm under our Azure. our Linux commands are not yet completed. We have learn about few of the Linux commands, but still our Linux commands are not completed. The Linux commands we are going to complete in the tomorrow session. Any question anyone have? You can please raise your hand and ask that way. Yes, Manoj.
Yeah, good morning, Ankit.
Good
So
morning,
today
Manoj.
only I joined the session.
Mhm.
You said about GitHub, right? So we need to install that GitHub in local system or so in that VM.
In local system to connect to your virtual machine also we can be required. And in our upcoming session, we need to learn a tool called Git also. For that also it is required.
Okay, local system. Okay.
Okay, it is
And
mandated to install in the local system.
okay. And one more is I'm not able to take the chat. So I'm not able to take the inputs from you. So which are mentioned in the chat. So is there any restriction for this?
You can't copy those things, whichever I'm pasting in the chat box, because it is restricted from the Zoom, not from our side.
Okay, okay.
You can't copy it. That's why I'm copying, sharing the links. If you click on that particular link, that link get directly open in your browser.
Okay, Ankit.
Okay. So I have
Okay.
just shared, I think, only one single link today. Or
Yeah,
multiple links I have
yes,
shared.
yes.
WhatsApp group link, course content link. I have shared. Those are the links. So those one you can click it. Even I have shared one more link for download Git also.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
You can
Okay.
click on that link, that direct link get open. Do you want me to share any of the link? Let me know, I'll share again.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
No problem. I will check.
Yes, Yogi, you can.
Sir, it will be using for the values D1 to D5.
Sorry?
It will be using for the D1 to D5 value
I don't have a D5 directory.
directory.
I have D1, D2, D3.
D3.
If I give D5, definitely system will give error message because I don't have a directory. Yes, if I have under D3, if I have a D5 directory, I can mention a particular path also. It will go into that also.
Okay. If
Okay.
more values will be there and it will be mentioning answer D3 only.
Depend on the path. This is the current location right now I have.
Okay.
Whatever is your location, when you're doing practice, you can try to create more folders, try to go into that particular folders also.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. Anyone have any more questions? Yes, Sanjeev.
Hey Ankit.
Hi, Sanjeev.
Actually, my question is related to course content. Jenkins is not there in the course content. I think this is part.
The reason Jenkins is not there because in Azure they have its own pipeline. That's why we don't need to use Jenkins.
Okay.
In Azure, clients are not using Jenkins because Azure have its own pipeline. It's very good pipeline as compared to Jenkins.
Means whenever we are using AWS, we have to study the Jenkins also.
In AWS have its own pipeline also. That is called as code pipeline. But clients are not using that pipeline. So that's why in AWS, clients are using third party. But if I talk about in Azure platform, clients are not using Jenkins. Clients are preferring their own pipeline.
Okay.
The pipeline given by the Azure itself, which is widely used. I can say less than 1% of clients are using Jenkins in Azure. 99.9% of the clients are using Azure pipeline. So definitely we need to go as per the market one, which is right now using it. So that's why we are covering Azure pipeline, not the Jenkins.
Okay, Ankit, got your point. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Anyone have any more questions? Yes, Riyas.
Hey, hi Ankit, good morning.
Good morning, Riyas.
Ankit, my question is related to the course only itself, right? To today is the third session, free session, right?
Correct.
Demo session. And from
Hmm.
tomorrow onwards, it should be a paid session.
No, tomorrow is also demo session, but from tomorrow, no recording will be shared. Only to paid candidates recording will be shared. From Monday, link is going to be changed.
Okay. So from Monday onwards, suppose if I enroll it and so there will be a different link to join the meeting.
Yes, whenever the demo sessions are going to complete, we'll email you the new link.
Sorry.
Once the demo sessions are going to complete, we will email you the new link.
Okay. Okay. So different access will be there once we enroll it, right?
Yes. Not right
Okay.
now. Once the demo sessions are going to complete, after that we are going to share the link.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay. So you will get email from our site once you enroll it.
All right. With all the credential and the URL, right?
Credentials are the one which is you are going to log in our website to access the recordings. To access the recordings, you need to create your own credentials in our website.
Means like a sign up, right?
Yes.
All
So
right.
whatever your email ID or password you are giving to our website, that will be your credentials to log into our website to access recordings and notes. Okay.
Okay.
Zoom
Okay.
link we will email you once the demo sessions are.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
Any more questions, Yas?
No, no, thanks.
If you stuck with any of the issue, you can email me anytime, Yas.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone have any more questions? No. Look like no one has any more questions. So with this, I'm going to end the session here. In tomorrow's session, we are going to continue with our Linux commands. Thank you all. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you.